Hey, what is up, YouTube? Andrew Rooney here. We're back with some more Foo Fighters, some more Taylor Hawkins. This time live, it's going to be Everlong, one of my favorite rock songs of the last 30 years or so. And as I said in previous videos on here, Taylor Hawkins, one of my biggest drum influences. I cannot believe he's gone. I'm going to add some more thoughts at the end of this video, and yeah, hopefully you can stick around and yeah, we can remember Taylor Hawkins and enjoy his unbelievable legacy and skill behind a drum kit. Let's check it out.
Wow. So for all the old
Beautiful
Foo Fighters fans, thank you very much for staying with us for 20 years. 22 years.
This is
been a long time.
Crazy.
For all of the new Foo Fighters fans, it's very nice to meet you. For anyone who's ever seen us play before, you know that we never really say goodbye. We just say this.
One of my favorite songs. And a really difficult song to play.
And then that's what happened. And then we get to dance. One last time.
That's how it's done.
Hello, oh, I'm waiting for you.
Very metronomic, but with great feel. Irreplaceable.
Tonight,
The setup is so Roger Taylor. I think straight away Roger Taylor Queen.
and out of the breath, out of the head, she said, here we go!
It's a really challenging song.
Come
It's around
down,
the 160 BPM mark.
and race
60s.
with me. Slow how you wanted it to be. I'm over my head, out of the head. All right, let's do it. And I wonder when I sing along with you, sing along. Is everything you'd ever feel is true forever? Is anything you'd ever feel is good again? Only thing I'm ever asking you, gotta promise not to stop when I say it. She said,
Rock stars, people. And good guys, you'll never hear a bad word about Dave Grohl or Taylor. I've
breathe
never heard a
out,
bad word about them.
so I can breathe you in. Hold you in.
We're going to be seeing these guys this year.
And now, I know you've always lived out of your head, out of the head. All right, let's do it again. And I wonder when I sing along with you, sing out. Everything you ever feel is real forever. If anything you'd ever need is good.
One of the greatest rock bands of all time.
Only thing I'm ever asking for you, gotta promise not to stop when I say it. She said,
You look at Grohl's legacy. Nirvana, a band that changed the world. Foo Fighters, biggest rock band on the planet. Crazy.
last time.
Dave Grohl called Taylor the greatest drummer.
The big one.
Killing it.
And
Absolutely killing
I
it.
want to say it last time. Everything that I feel is true forever. Anything could ever be is good again. Only thing I've ever asked
It's just stopped abruptly there. Yeah, look, I mentioned some of my thoughts on the previous Taylor Hawkins focus video that I did, that he was a massive influence on me. Actually, really big when I was at jazz school, strangely enough. I mean, this is obviously not jazz, but, I was at jazz school, hacking away day after day, week after week, year after year. And then, you'd stop and you'd watch a Foo Fighters concert, and you think, that's how it's done. That's just raw passion. There's nothing tricky. There's nothing overly complicated. There's nothing that's trying to be too clever. There's no pretension here at all. It's just rock. It's just really good rock. I said before, you'll never hear a bad word about Taylor or Dave Grohl. A friend of mine, hopefully I'm remembering the story right, he went on tour as a support with Foo Fighters here. From memory, he mentioned that one thing he mentioned was Taylor was always practicing, and my friend had really crappy gear, broken cymbals and whatnot, and I'm pretty sure he said at one point Taylor was like, yo, yeah, what's up with your gear? I don't know, my friend, I don't know what he replied to that, and Taylor actually ended up giving him a cymbal or two, or a couple of cymbals, just like, here you go, man, yeah, have some better cymbals, man. So I think that will be the final legacy for Taylor Hawkins. Just a really nice guy, family man, obviously a sensational drummer, a rock star, and as I've said, this is, you get people who don't understand what it's like to play this kind of music in a stadium. It's so different. I've done multiple Foo Fighters songs live. I've recorded a whole bunch of covers. You can go back through my channel and you'll find, 4 or 5, 6 Foo Fighters covers. They're one of my favorite bands. Taylor Hawkins is one of my biggest influences. There's that. There's recording a tune, note for note, playing it pretty good, in time, playing it live and doing a really good job, and the crowd's into it. That's not even close to what it's like playing this in front of, 40,000 people at that volume, at that intensity, at that level of showmanship and excitement and vibe, and still being pretty metronomic. He is quite metronomic for me. I know he's a huge fan of Bonham and Roger Taylor from Queen. You can tell the Roger Taylor thing straight away just looking at his setup. I just know Roger Taylor straight away from looking at his setup. And there's a lot of Bonham in there, especially in his solo stuff, when he really lets loose. And on my previous one, the solo, you'll see there's some Bonham licks in there. So he's one of these guys, I was talking to a lot of drummer friends, just extended chats, after hearing of his passing. And he's one of these guys that is irreplaceable. Taylor Hawkins is irreplaceable in the Foo Fighters. Again, there's people who could play the notes. It's not about the notes. This gig is not about the notes. It's expected, it's assumed you're going to play the damn notes. This is a gig for a rock star. The banter. Dave will just say something off the cuff on the night, something smart. Taylor Hawkins has always got a comeback. Taylor will say something smart to his best friend, Dave Grohl. Grohl's, of course, always got a comeback. Band has a break. Dave needs a little drink of water or wants to jump on the drums for a song. Taylor comes down and kills the song on the vocals. You kidding me? This is irreplaceable. You got to be funny. You got to have charisma. You got to be able to rock out the drums night after night perfectly in stadiums. It's not easy. It's not easy. I couldn't do the gig, and I don't know who could do the gig. So it's very hard for me to believe that one of my favorite drummers, one of my drum idols, has gone, and I'll never see the Foo Fighters live. So it's just incredibly sad. I mean, not obviously just for me, for his family, for the band, friends of Taylor's. Yeah, what can you say? Just a sensational drummer, a sensational rock star, showman, and all-round nice guy's gone. Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins.